just calling to say I...
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be an update to the changes that have happened for Marauder and my thoughts. Me and Chappie tested a whole bunch of stuff, TTK things, rotational things, talent things. If you guys want to see like a raw video of like the behind the scenes, what goes down between me and Chappie while we're doing these tests, I'll leave a link to that down below following this video or something. But I haven't even posted that one yet. This one might get posted first, and then I'll post a video of that raw footage, behind the scenes stuff afterwards. But to sum it up, the Shard of Mortis, like I made a guide for this, but it was really like a testing guide, the way that I found how to get like big hits on Vicious Throw. And it's more of like a meme build, like just for that one big hit. But I wouldn't say that it's the best build. In fact, it's far from it. The Shard of Mortis, making you use Massacres to get more stacks of Hyper to get a big hit on your next ability is actually making you lose DPS, because then you're holding your big hitters for when you get these 3 stacks up, right? But if you were to just let it go, then those big hits would come off cooldown sooner, and then you can use them again, right? So the Shard of Mortis, actually a bad tactical. I was really hoping it was going to be good. I mean, it is good for the meme big hits, but that's all it's really good for, because besides that, you're using a lot of your rage, and you're spending way too much time using Massacres. If you remember my old 11-second TTK video, for Carnage Marauder, you only use 1 Massacre in that whole rotation, and that ends up being the fastest way to get a kill. It's kind of the same now in this patch with the new talents and stuff like that. So unfortunately, the new talents with Furious Power getting a cooldown reduction, and then the new Quickness talent giving you back all of your cooldowns sooner when you spend Rage, is still not better than the old Swiftness talent, and I'll tell you why. So the Swiftness talent, just giving you crit chance that stacks up to 5 times, and it persists for 6 seconds as long as you're remaining in combat, is overall better DPS than, getting your DBs back sooner and your Vicious Throws back sooner, whatever, or getting meme big hits with Furious Power, once every 15 seconds. The biggest damage with Furious Power is at the beginning of the phase, because when you're not in combat, you have 4 stacks of this. So your very first engagement, you get 4 stacks of Furious Power. But after that, if you're in combat the whole time, you're only going to be getting 1 stack per 15 seconds. So over the course of a longer fight, it's really not worth it. It's only good on the first engagement when you have 4 stacks up, or if you haven't been in combat for a while, and then you come back into combat and you have 4 stacks. That's when Furious Power is the strongest. Yeah, for single target kills as fast as possible, Furious Power is going to be the way to go. But overall, your damage is going to be higher with Swiftness. So, I'm gonna revert back to my old build that I used in PvP all the time, which is the build you're seeing now, except with one exception. Now we're going to be using Berserk Gore, because it is beneficial to spam Berserk on things, especially certain classes that really want to get away from you, operatives, snipers, mercs, maybe sorks, stuff like that. But yeah, so this is my thoughts. This is what we came up with, and Defel Splice Genes still the best tactical. I mean, I kind of knew it already, staying alive versus dealing damage. But in this case, with the Shard, you actually lose DPS if you're actually trying to proc the Shard, because you're wasting time. Massacre, and then letting things go, right? Whereas the old rotation, you just Massacre once to get your procs, and then you just let all your big hits go, and then you wait for them to come back, and you do it again, But with the Shard, you're wasting time, using Massacres, and you're eating into your rage, and, a lot of the times things don't go as planned. You get your 3 stacks up, and then they they turn on some kind of defensive, or they get away from you, or you get rooted, or you get stunned, and then you're sitting there, your stacks drop off, and then you reconnect again, try to build your stacks, something else goes wrong. It's just a whole big mess. So those are my thoughts. I don't like the shard. I don't like the new talents. If I play, I'm just gonna play the way that I used to play. The only positive change for Carnage is that, and they didn't mention this, but I think this swiftness talent only lasted for 3 seconds before, but it lasts 6 seconds now. They didn't mention it in the patch notes though. And then getting CC immunity on ferocity, is really the biggest differences here. But other than that, build is the same as before. It's this build that I'm using right now. Berserk Gore, Predation, Frenzied, Swiftness, Interlope, Blood Ward, Undying, Brazen, and for the gear, we're still using Defel Splice Genes. Another update here, since augments are working again, min-maxing is easier now, and this is the way that I'm doing it here. So our crit multiplier and our crit chance is way up now because we're gonna go to the minimum required alacrity at 7.42%. So to do this, I have 1 alacrity augment in all of my gear. The rest of it is crit, and I'm still saving two crit augments here because these pieces are not fully upgraded. Like I have to upgrade some pieces, and then I'll put a little bit more crit in here. So this crit will go up a little bit, but and I don't have any stims on either right now. So I'm going to be using power stim, minimum accuracy 105, minimum alacrity 7.42, and I only had to use 1 alacrity augment in order to achieve this, because without the alacrity augment, it's below the 7.14% minimum threshold. So this is the way that I'm gearing here. How many pieces of accuracy do I have? Let's see. So the offhand saber is accuracy, and then I have 1 accuracy piece of gear, 1 alacrity piece of gear, and the rest of it is all crit, except for, the dispatcher's package has alacrity on it. So 1 accuracy piece, 2 accuracy pieces, 1 alacrity piece, and then 1 alacrity augment, and the rest of it is crit, and you guys should be good to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you guys on another one. Peace.